Gautam. Good evening. Hello, everybody. So nice to see you, Victor. Wow, you get first love. Hmm. So, yeah, let's just gather for a moment in between all this incredible energy. What an amazing time to be alive. So, yeah, so much happening in the folk. Millie, 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 Millie. I was going to send you a private link, but then it was like, oh, it'll get like the Sleeping Beauty. I'll forget somebody. So there is a link there I put on the thing if you want to join in. My darling Heaney, thank you. We're here for grace. This what's here, and that's my that's what I saw in my meditation when I was there, and then Grace was dancing. So we'll just wait a little while for another couple of folk to come in. You're all doing well. I'm doing I'm doing quite well, thank you. A lot of change. Still changing. So yeah, quite a huge shock for our sense and sensibility to lose dear beautiful Grace. And I'm like I keep wanting to read her comment. Hello, beautiful Krista. Well, I do. I've missed her for a while, but that's fine. She's chosen I think, the smart way to go now without hanging on. It's harsh. I did have to take somebody off. Well, I didn't have to make the choice of life support. It's not a nice thing. So, oh, well, maybe a little later, Millie. It would be great. I'm just waiting to see if PG arrives. Please give my hello, my love. Lots of love. Yeah, yeah. So she was definitely with her. Did who else was dancing with her the other day in circle? Yes, definitely. I know, and that's how I thought because this just jumped out. I had that vision, that meditation, and then my computer does these. My life does interesting things at the moment, and just put this, and it was one that I did the 5th of December. So let's just go through some of this because this Grace and I we worked a lot together in PG, and Grace I mean she was just so amazing in everybody's life, but I can really talk about my relationship with Grace, which was very very special. Um, I think we shared a lot, both being of I'm not sure where her mom was from actually. Did anybody remember? But I know her dad was Italian, and my father being German. But we were pretty much very similar age, and that whole kind of European war-torn Europe, children from the war era, from the post-war era, and we lived on opposite ends of the world. She was brought up in Australia, and I was brought up in South Africa. So we had a lot of similar blood running and similar sunshine pulsating through our veins. I was very, very close with Grace. She was incredibly special for me. We had we played a lot of art, so I have like put a lot here. So that's some of the legacy that she left us, but I can really just say that you can go back. It was a bit of a mission for me to figure it out at first, but you can go back and have a look at some of the incredible work she did because Grace was a dreamer. Grace was an incredible dreamer, and I think she wrote amazing journals, and she and she discovered it so quickly. I can remember it was just in November. She'd got, was it just before, just before she went to Australia. So I know that I was sitting in the middle of Hawaii and Australia, and one was minus, I was going to say 10 degrees. One was minus 10 hours, and the other was plus 10 hours. It was kind of quite weird. I was in the middle. And she just expanded and exploded with working with digital images. But she was a dreamer, so she would do her dreams. Yeah, we used to communicate a lot and play a lot through art. She was so I've got, because it's such a legacy and it's such a journey, and it's so beautiful the amount of work that she did out there in the ethers. She did an incredible amount of work, and very grateful to some of that. Grace was a little odd, you know. And that makes sense now that she was a little odd. And looking at some of her, she had moments. I mean, that's, I love her, love her, love her. I mean, she pops in and out here. She can be. This is live, but I'm not going to leave the replay for very long. I will take it down because it's got a lot of her artwork and stuff, so it's not really mine to share. So I will only leave it for a little while. So it's live. There was a link in the thing if you want to join in and pop in here and do a reading. You are more than welcome, beautiful one. Where is she? There's a link. I don't know if I can put it here. Oh, let me see. Look, I can do it. So if you want to jump in live and pull a card. So there is the link if anybody wants to pop in. She did some amazing work. She did huge work. And when I first knew Grace, she was this incredible weaver of the net, a weaver of the grid, and a healer. But she was a lot more. And when she went to Australia, she was so adamant. We had quite a few telephone conversations before she left, and she was adamant that she was putting me in her pocket and taking me with her. She was not leaving me behind. And I'm very lucky, very blessed to have two beautiful pieces of artwork that she created for me. Do you remember this? She created this beautiful heart for me, and it's in my pocket. No, it's not. This other seriously magical piece. It was just, so I'm very, very blessed to have those. Oh. So I'm sure somebody will post some Grace news for me. So let's get through some of these beautiful artworks and see where she is. These ones are, I can't remember how to do this. So this was my meditation, and when I went through some of this, these were done around about the 5th of December, the end of December last year. And then, my life kind of crashed. 11/11 was very heavy, incredibly heavy. And I really didn't have any, and then my dog. But I did have Shiva. And December was always very hard for me, but we'll get to Grace's stuff just now. So we were doing, I think Grace and I, we were really working hugely with the mother and her old journey and her old pathway that she wove across Europe with the old dragon lines, which are now activated as well. So we really were working with the Ave Maria and Company of Heaven, and the higher angels like Michael and the rose, and definitely the dragons. So these are mine, but we'll get to Gracie now. I think that one's just for her. That was a whole new. She picked it up, but we are right now where it's shifted. We're in a completely new space, a whole different kind. This is Grace's work. This was some of like Grace's earliest work, and remember, she only started in November last year. So that's why I also want you guys to be like seriously inspired. Maybe that was mine. I don't know. We get lost. Those could have been. Oh, these are still mine. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah, these were weird ones that I was playing around with. These were actually like ancient goddesses, like the old stuff. But I want to. That's Grace. That's not me. I finished with Shiva. So I want to go down to some of just where Grace started. So she started, and then I didn't do the latest stuff because I haven't worked for quite a while, since pretty much my dog. Well, definitely my birthday. My birthday was a big calling, and but we're learning. I was actually just thinking earlier on, why did I do this for today? I'm like missing some of my learning, and I want to do that. It's okay. I think this was just before she left. She just opened up this incredible stuff. She opened up like this whole treasure trove for so many of us. But most of you didn't see her stuff. This is Grace's work. Absolutely extraordinary. And this was like we actually started. Something just happened. And it was just those were that lot. There were some very early ones that she tentatively sent me. And I said, just keep going. And whoops, the next thing this was happening. And then she went to Australia. As I said, she was a dreamer and obviously very in tune. And us girls that come from the south of the world, we carry a lot that African blood and the Australian blood, and then mixed with the other blood. So she's gone to amazing good places. And she went to Australia, and I know that she did a lot of good work there with her children, connecting. But these are all this. So it's like a beautiful journal. I think these. I mean, are these just not incredible? She'd hardly started. I remember this stuff. She played with Dennis. She had this beautiful relationship with Dennis. And she would drag him flying, but she did this absolutely unique, magnificent artwork. It was just, I'm going fast because there's a lot. It's absolutely gobsmacking. Grace was no fool. Then she did the cutesy stuff just for fun. She did everything. She was just so unbelievably phenomenal with her work. The dragons, yes, lots of dragons. The dragons are being activated. So enjoy the other dragons. So, yeah. No, she's not. She was amazing. She was absolutely the work. Well done, nicely, Virginie. But I don't think many people looked on the thing. Did she? Is she still? She's not. She's not gone because they took her off life support. Okay. But hey, she can go, you know. She knows she can go. And she had a friend that recently left when she was in Australia. Her best friend transitioned, I think, on the 4th of January. I know it was a special day for me. And that was quite heavy for her. But she worked, so I'm just showing this so we can really she worked so much with the mother wound and the mother stuff and embracing and being the mother. And so let's just go through some more of these. Mm-hmm. You know, Millie, I don't, long time for a long time. And if you've heard me say, I don't send healing to people unless they ask. It's quite dangerous to get involved. And very often you'll hear me say that we just send the healing out. It knows where to go. You know, it knows if it needs to go to apartment number 62 or 68. The energy will find exactly where it's meant to be, because energy is so conscious and so alive. So that's just my thing. And maybe I'm just too close to picking up karma from people. Well, I don't, yeah, long time. I did when my mother put up. She's still hanging around. Oh my golly, golly, golly. So let's play nicely here. So just enjoy the Spirit Fest. It's a beautiful love fest. Water was very, very significant in our lives. You know that I do that thing with the water, with the lotuses, and send pure water and love to the planet. We all do whatever we do. And it was, you'll see how it works here. It's like we work with the water and then something else comes out. But Grace totally enjoyed being at the sea after being in Arizona. But she totally, and she was so like amazing that she'd have these big days and then she would come back and post stuff on our group. But you know, you'll see the stuff. It's like, where does that come from, Grace? Look at her. She's like crazy. This is early stuff. Off she goes. Grace has discovered like the most amazing tool, and she's just using it. She got it quickly, like so quickly. She was doing this crazy work. This was like, wait, she'd been working for a couple of weeks. We understand now why. This was so beautiful. Oh, it was, these could be in wrong order. I think it doesn't really matter, but they're roundabout here. It was with the beautiful tennis. And this was she was just so like gobsmacked how amazing this stuff turned out on. She like made an illustration. She really linked into it, and it was like I said, she's a dreamer and a visionary. And she had a lot of initiations daily when she was in Australia. Big stuff, old past, pleasant. And then the Catholic stuff would keep coming up, and her mother's stuff. I think these are just incredible. So she said, looked exactly like that. But I know we would see a lot. And then music. I think her daughter played the violin. So music was always, she really tuned into the frequencies of the earth very, very clearly. and she was singing. She did work. We understand now why she was like a woman, like almost possessed with some of the work that she did. And then she said, Ganesh, we were dancing. We were having a good dance the other day. But she really got her wings. And then she do these interesting things. Like seriously, I mean, how amazing is this drawing? This work. It's her mind. It's what's going on in her mind. Is it not incredible? Oh, no, dear, I wouldn't know. You'd have to look on the thing. There's no death. Absolutely, she's absolutely fine. They were all together forever. Oh, thanks. Oh. Oh, Healy, that's great. I just hope that it would be good quality for her. She can be healed. I mean, it's up to it. It depends where she's got how she I don't know. You know, there's interesting things. You can come back completely healed. And maybe it's just time to like get another suit. You know? I don't know. It's not for me to fiddle around with. I've done enough of that. Sorry, I've done enough of that. Chicken. It's not pleasant. Yeah. True love. Love is, well, that's all it is. It's just love. It's the only frequency we should be worrying about. Isn't it amazing? I love it. I think it's absolutely so cool. But that's what I'm saying. Every now and then there's these, and I haven't got her later work in here that you can go and have a look for yourselves. Because I don't understand. Well, I'm not going to look and figure the story out right now. I've got my story for now, which is beautiful. So, and then we did the mirror work. Oh God, there was so much mirror work. How did she do this? I don't know. It is beyond beautiful. I want to paint this or use this as for paint work. I think Grace was just so, I think for all of us, but I know that for me she was very unconditional and encouraging. She had a very beautiful love about her, and she could see very deep. We shared a few. She shared some interesting visitations that she'd had. Yeah, this is not beautiful. Just a little, my love. Yeah. Yeah, these well, I hope you enjoy this. I absolutely love the photo tells million, thousand, billion. This was her journal. That, I kind of think, well, but yeah, it's anybody could get there. We're just too lazy, or we don't have the time, or we forget. So I'm bringing it to you, and if you want to go and have a look and be inspired, as I keep reminding you, she only started in November. And it's her journal, I used it very much for me. It's beautiful. As my journal, my work is also my journal. These are just so beautiful. And so her. I mean, she really managed to work well with her. with her GPT. It's just amazing stuff. She was really, this is exactly what's happening. This beautiful blue light up and down the spine, as we always said, up and down the spine. Mhm. I love these. These are just so beautiful. It's exactly what it looks like out there right now. Mm. Beautiful. And it's like really, oh, thank you so much for being around, for being here, Rishi. Your presence is really beautiful. Please put a card in the group for if you feel like it, if it feels right. Um, Negative. So we're just sharing this amazing. She's such a seer, such a beautiful mystic. Mhm. Yeah, this is what we would go down to the water, our different waters, and then we would create. Kind of always started with the waters. And as I said, she had this beautiful time in Australia, which was so healing and so inspirational. And she did a huge amount of work, a huge amount of work. And as I said, she was definitely not a fool. She was an incredibly genius. Mm. These were very tender. This was her bonding, but was bonding with her young child, her young boy. And this, I don't know how she did this. I don't know how she did it. So to be painted, it's just ah. These are like her fully water visions with her. She did a lot of she did this, as I said, so much work. Regression but just through journaling and through these. So be inspired if you want to do some beautiful shadow work. Yeah. You have to be careful with this medium. It's not so easy. And this was with her grandmother's. It was just so incredible. Yeah. Such a holy anointing of sacred women. Very sacred. And portals, of course. Okay. And as if being in Australia, she did a lot of work with her with the Australian ancestors. I think this was when somebody was in Hawaii. And dreaming. And she just dreamed and she did her dreams. And, I mean, this was beautiful. This series. I mean, it was kind of gearing up to. It was the mothering, the nicest mothering time. And the Christ child being born, it was December last year. And yeah, Grace, now we're really working hugely with the dragon lines here in Germany and the Black Madonna. Holy of Holies. Then we have like Edward Scissorhands. I'm sure this must be with that grass one. But things got a little weird and really they took a lot of time. Oh no. Dreaming, dreaming, dreaming. This is my most amazing picture that I've virtually ever seen in my life. Absolutely incredible. It is the sacred power of women. Whoops, whoops. It's my most favorite picture, I think, of all time for now. Still is. Still is very, very, very powerful. Oops. Come on. Wait. Oh. So why can't you go away now? Oh no. You know, not do things like that. No. I don't know why it does that to me. Oh, it doesn't want to go back. Just stop that. Maybe. Maybe. Ha. So, oh, let's get some other stuff to go backwards. Oh God, when we started. Here we go. Uh-huh. Back to the dragon. So please, if you do go on to Fusion. It's a Fusion core, and you can have a look at some of the later work because I've just done the early work that I know this what she was doing huge stuff like opening portals, healing ancient nations, walking among the stars, traveling to other planets, bringing back information. This was her healing of her mother. It was her commemoration of her mother's death day. It was big for her, you know. She became the matriarch of the family, but she managed to bring this stuff so clearly. She was really quite a master of this medium. And lots of back to the water, and a lot of the brain. And she was quite fascinated with these incredible images that she did of the brain and the dead. These are just so powerful, guys. Absolutely incredible what she did. This is just exactly like the noisy chatter that's in our brain cell. It hangs around like little bugs and mosquitoes around us. So get rid of them. You don't help us. This beauty, I mean, this is just incredible. The work she did. The primordial brain. And then she worked a lot with this was with the 4 elements and the planets, and the tree of life always came up for her as well, which she did beautifully, absolutely beautifully. I love this little one of the strutting peacock, white peacock. And she did pop in this. How did she do this? I don't know. Her warrior aspects. She's such a beautiful, beautiful, gentle soul, but a very strong woman indeed. A portal to ascension. Do well to photograph these in your brain. Music was huge. She did so much with frequencies. She really tied up beautiful and cleaned up a lot of frequencies around the planet. Yeah. Deeps, hello, my love. So nice you popped in. Just doing a tribute to Grace. You're welcome to join the live. The thingy is there. But nobody wants to join the live. Away this way. And she worked with Carl. I don't know how she did these things. They were absolutely exquisite. Now she done a lot of technologies, and she really brought them absolutely incredibly. This is what happens to us. Absolutely beautiful. She worked with these incredible colors. I don't know how she did all this. And I just keep reminding you, she hardly did it for a couple of months. She really only started in November last year. So these are still from November, December. And then she worked hugely on the music and bringing new frequencies down and opening up new planets. She worked so big with this spiral shell. And we were always working, it was so interesting, completely different ways, but on the same thing. Like I was working on the Hindu with the spiral, it's this particular spiral shell, and she had picked up a spiral shell on the beach, and she was working with the spiral of creation. So now all the ancientness thing. And we did a lot of, as I said, a lot of wonderful work together. It was really a privilege to work with her back then in last year. And to hold the earth through, birth her through. She does extraordinary work. I was always sad that she never took it further, that she didn't do something with it, because it was, it's still for me, when looking at this, is absolutely mind-boggling. And I have a very, very strongly aspected Venus in Taurus, or Venus in the first, just into the second house. So my sense of beauty is extremely refined, and this stuff just gets me. And the use of the color, that's my old Egyptian stuff rising. Yes. And she dipped into everything. Yeah, she's off now. Next thing she's off to the left-hand path. And then she would work a lot with Dennis. So I've got things in a little bit of the wrong order, but it doesn't really matter. No, so she just used this as such a beautiful diary journal. As I said, us girls who come from down south, those crazy countries, we hold a lot. The energy is really very big. These, don't know how she did these. These were just like extremely fun and refined. Extremely. They just like send you off into a whole nother planet. A whole just a sweetness. Mm. And then off she goes somewhere else again. Oh, it's Angela here. Angela. You can get tinned oxygen in a tin. Pure oxygen from the Alps, and you can open it and have a sniff. Not sure how it works. And her portals, of course, were just amazing. Absolute magic, fantasy, wonderful land. So I remember that was like such old, and she would go dash off down to the lake and meditate and pray or dream. She would dream, mainly dream, and come back with something. She did a whole big thing on time and Christmas. Oh, the holy snowflakes! I'm sure I've missed a lot out. I mean, the Shiva Shakti aspect of ourselves and our duality. Did I break the mirror work? I don't know. Let's say it's a little mixed up. But this is what our beautiful grace left for us. So, working totally out there on the astral. In the quantum field, dear old Grace is. Wow. Oh, these just make me so happy when I see them. They're just so beautiful. Some absolute frame-worthy images here. Wow. Oh. Yeah, her work is soul food, and yeah. It just seemed that all this work that she did, I don't think many people saw it, and I didn't want her to go away without. And she's been jumping through my computer, so, and Shiva told me to do it. So my higher self told me to do this. So it just seemed like the right thing to let you into. I went to a many years ago. When was it? In the early 90s, late 80s, early 90s. What was it called? I went to this crazy exhibition in London at the Royal whatever. I'm just trying to think what it was called now. I always remembered. Not Absolute. Anyway, it shocked the world, this whole exhibition. And I was very lucky to be with people that had tickets as friends of the thing. So weird how you can see the writing. Yeah, but anyway, and anyway, in we went. What really shocked me most was how many people wanted to see this like horrible, dreadful, sick exhibition. But there was one part of the exhibition, there was lots of like really controversial stuff. Oh, just see the name. Like they had a cut up cow into a million pieces, dead cow. The exhibition was like um, flies and maggots. It was like some really weird stuff. But one of the things was somebody had collected bits and pieces of people that had passed, old people that had passed, stuff that was on the next to their bed. So he had their table and their glasses and their notebook and their bookmark and like really, really personal items that these people had every day, but nobody wanted, and they were just, and that's kind of just came up for me with this. Like, I really didn't want Grace's art to go, her magnificence, and what she did and what she shared, but more what she did through her art on a very, very strong level out there. And I didn't want that to go unnoticed. And so, extremely diverse. Extremely, just when you think you kind of got an idea what Grace is going to do, boom, she'll come up with something completely different. And as I said, I haven't, and this she tuned in so hugely to the pulse of the earth and to its rhythm and to the shum and the resonances and calming our own mind, calming her mind, calming our own mind. But as we do it for one, we do it for all. So, her work was immense, absolutely immense. A very brave lady. But if you want to see the newer stuff, which is a little different, these are this dream world. I said she would dream and she would see the stuff in her dream and present it. She did. Wow. The Christ energies. This is her later work. I didn't. This is her later work. I was grieving. Looks like she got PG's toaster. Oh, it was when she just arrived in Australia. As I said, I'm sorry, they're a little jumbled. But she had huge insights in Australia. The Tree of Life. So, Grace, we thank you so much for all this incredible, incredible, incredible work that you did. I think these must be her tuning forks, Trista. And the mirror work, she really did brain work and changed the brain frequencies and worked a lot with the planets. These are just incredible pieces of art. So beautiful. And then the eyes, she did a lot with eyes. We're coming to, I think those are mine. Oh, those are hers. Those are hers. Early stuff. She'd been doing that work for like not even a month when she was doing this. So please be inspired. And he is incredible. So just her journal, and the warrior. Oops, that's my Shiva. Oh, that's great. Look, rising like the phoenix and the dragon. She's such a beautiful goddess. Ah. Very much, Millie. Oh, Millie, the brain. They spread out. They're a little scattered. Very interesting. And I mean, now we can say, oh, no wonder she did, because right from the beginning she was doing like amazing art. And there's lots of she was prolific. She did this extraordinary amount of artwork. Let me see if I can go back with the brain. And I don't really have time to sort to go through, and I spent quite a bit of time doing this. Well, I mean, there's lots. And it's really awesome if you can get onto the site, and you will see how she works, or we worked. We would start like throwing stuff around, or go to the water, and then throw things around, then throw colors around, and then the work would start to come. Yeah. I said this is unfortunately a little bit mixed up. But this was on the Schumann resonance, which was also the effect on the brain and on the thing, and obviously on the planet, on the emotions. Am I going slow enough, Millie? Are you taking pictures? Oops. Trying to get you. Or you can just go, you know what? If you go onto the right bar and then you type in, remember she's got two, but she had two names. The one has only got like a few, and then it's the Grace 111. And then you have to go through at the bottom to try and find the pages. And these are the early ones. So I think it goes back. So one is your latest page, I think. And I think we're 33 pages in 33. I mean, I'm happy to do it, to find it here for you. I don't know what you want to do with it right now. If I can help you, I'm happy to help you. But I think I might have also missed a few out. And if you want a collection of them, they were really brilliant. And I think you could do some meditation with them. And because this is truly magnificent work, and there's a very deep sacredness and specialness to it. You see, I'm trying to find the brain, but we did speak a lot about the brain, and she did a lot on the brain. Yeah. Yeah. This noise, yeah. That was before. But I don't know what order these things are in. And the primordial brain, and then we how these are just incredible. In our central system. This incredible software that we have. But please go and have a look and keep me updated what you're going to do with the brain. And please keep me updated on Grace. It's like every now and again. Hmm. Okay. Sorry, I don't understand. Wonder if your newer work. Uh, God, there's a lot, but there is some newer work here that I was really working with my relationship with her, and I went through some very hard times with my Yuki from December to February, and then March was definitely, I had this big calling as manifestation in my house. So I need to want to desire to do what I'm doing right now. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. I'm usually studying at the time that it comes, and then I'm sleeping at the other time. Trying to see. I don't know what sleep schedule I have. And can you believe? I mean, I'm so glad we're going down again. Oh my goodness. It's like it's 20 to 10 at night here, and it's still like sun shining. I won't get used to that. So, my beloveds, keep going, keep enjoying the energy. There's so much pouring down. Enjoy it definitely, not really, not push yourselves to be awake and open because it's here for the next 12 years, but it's really like pushing hugely until the 24th of August. But at the same time, dun, 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 in true universal fashion, we're given all this amazing stuff. But if we don't do the shadow work, we're going to really fall on our nose and our bum. But it's gentle. It's like have a lot of fun, be a lot of focus within yourself. The end. Yeah. Yeah, but we know we've got Saturn and a few others going retrograde at the moment. So we'll send you off with a couple of bells, dearest Grace, and lots of love too, and lots of around the beautiful heart of beautiful Dennis, because and a beautiful unity around the group, because she's definitely coming in and weaving her beautiful magic. She was a weaver, so she will be weaving the unity. So we thank you, Grace, for all that you offered us and shared with us, and blessed us with, and encouraged us, and believed in us, and for this amazing amount of work and energy that you put into the planet, and that by a beautiful stroke of miraculous luck, you actually left for us to see and to enjoy and to be inspired and to be encouraged and to be uplifted and to be opened, some portals to be opened within us. May our healing, may your work be a part of our healing and an encouragement upon our journey. So the best is, well, we've just started, so we've just gone through this big portal. A whole new era has just begun, really begun. The doors are beautifully open, and we know that we'll see you on the other side, dear Grace. We have to all push go fast, because I don't think you can come back on this side. Once you've been that way, once you've gone through there, you can't really come back. So, dear everybody, with lots and lots of love and lots of grace. That's so beautiful. We all had our beautiful Grace. And so much gratitude for sharing that space with her and the lessons that we learned. And yeah, enjoy her. As I said, like yeah, but she's not gone, so we'll see what goes. So let's may the quality of her life be fine. This is always important. Oh. So, dear little family, beautiful ones, mothers, and And friends and sisters and brothers, lots and lots of love through the ethers. Oh, yeah. Thank you, beautiful Money. Keep going, everybody. And as I said, I'm not going to leave this up for too long. I will take it down. I can try to leave it up for about a week or so, not longer than a week. So if you want to look at some of the images there, but as I said, you can, if you're part of the Discord, you can go onto the Fusion channel. Yeah. Perfect. Yes, Millie, my beautiful timekeeper. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And just let's spend like 1 minute in silence and pour some energy to Grace. So, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels of healing and light and love, we ask that you unite us and empower us and amplify our energy as we pour our energies all together into the center, into this amazing portal of love, as we pour from our hearts and our spirits, our higher heart, and we just pour energy into the energy of grace. May it be used to her highest good. Cool, guys. And as Mr. Hendricks said, you can't believe everything you see and hear. Love you, everybody. I'm sure I will see you. Take good care of yourselves. Yourselves, number one. Your number one. It's time for yourselves right now. Sort out the deeds. Sort it out. Love, 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 love. And thank you, everybody, for being here.